Hey everybody, it's Rebecca from Revenue. Welcome to episode 2, season 3 of the Revenue Rundown. If you're just joining us and wondering, what is this? The Revenue Rundown is a regular video series that we do every year during the tax season. And the goal is to provide taxpayers and water customers important information that they need at the time of year that they need it most. So we do this by talking to subject matter experts within our own department. We talk to other departments, community stakeholders, all in an effort to make sure that you get the information that you need when you need it. So in a moment, I'm going to be talking to Malik Bellamy. Hey, Malik, how are you?
Hi, how are you?
Thank you for joining me. Malik's going to be talking about a really, really important topic that we've been getting thousands, and I mean literally thousands of phone calls and emails about, and that is refunds. First of all, before we get to that though, Malik, do you want to tell me a little bit more about what you do here at Revenue?
Yes, I am the accounting supervisor for the City of Philadelphia Department of Revenue Refund Unit. I ensure that my staff can assist any taxpayer with any credit on their account, and I also ensure that refunds are processed effectively and efficiently. And I could say, on average, especially during busy season, the refund unit processes anywhere between 15 to 2,000 refunds within a given week.
Yeah, so that's in a regular year that we're processing 1,500 to 2,000 refunds a week. So this is clearly a really important and big part of Revenue's work.
Yes.
I mean, we go to great lengths to make sure that, everybody's paying their fair share. So we also go to great lengths to make sure that anyone who has an overpayment gets the refund that they're entitled to. So Malik, in view of all of the disruptions from COVID-19, refunds are an especially important topic. Can you tell us what's going to be different this year?
Okay, so in many of our lives, a lot of things have changed, and as you can imagine, this is going to be a very interesting and different tax season. So the
Yeah.
refund unit, along with our technical staff, we have developed new wage tax forms. Wage tax refunds are the majority of the requests that we receive. So what we've done, we have streamlined a lot of our processes. For instance, employer wage refunds. Employers can now request a bulk of refunds for all of their employees. When it comes to the wage tax refund petition for salary slash hourly employees, we now have an easy form where taxpayers can go online, and they can upload their information that's required per the instructions, which is the form W-2. And then we also simplified the dates and locations because we now have a template that's available. And with those new procedures that we have in place, it will definitely help streamline our refund process. And also for low income individuals, we also have an online tool for those individuals as well. They can go online and apply. We have a very simplified link on our website where those individuals can go and apply. Just to keep in mind, refunds where individual has stock options, business expenses, severance or retirement pay. Those individuals still do have to fill out the long form, as well as commissioned employees too. They still have to fill out the long form, and they can either email those forms in, or they can mail the documents in, and we also accept fax as well.
So just to recap,
Yes.
for the first for the first time in 2020, we are allowing employers to petition for non-resident wage tax refunds on behalf of their employees, right?
Yes.
But that's only for folks non-residents who were sent home or were required to work from home, right, because of COVID.
Yes, that's correct. Yes.
And then, like as you said, all those other folks who had travel or business expenses or stock options or are commissioned they have to file the paper form, and we'll put all the ways that you can do that in the comments for this video. And then for employees whose employer is not going to do that, who's not going to petition on their behalf, which that will happen, there is a new streamlined form for folks who are required to work from home for COVID only, right?
Yes.
Right. And then once those forms are available, they don't have to fill out the paper form. They will be able to file online.
Yes, that's correct.
And that's the same for the low income wage tax forms, where those will be available soon. But even once they're available, you don't have to do that. You don't have to fill out the paper. You can do it online.
Yes, that's correct.
Right. And as we were saying, so those forms will be available by the first week of February. The online site will be available the first week of February. We're definitely going to put instructions in the comments of this video so everybody has a link to it. One other thing that I wanted to ask, what are some of the pro tips that you can give taxpayers to make sure we process their refund quickly?
Okay, so what I can say is for employee wage refunds, make sure you have the W-2. Make sure you have a telework agreement. If it's not a formal telework agreement, we do accept a formal letter on company letterhead for that taxpayers can provide. And we also require a list of dates and locations, which we have simplified, which is, I believe, that's going to be great for the taxpayer and for the staff members so that we can process refunds efficiently.
Right. It's simpler for the taxpayer and it's simpler for your staff.
Yes, and simple is always good.
Right. I mean, that's what we're really, really going for this year.
And I also would like to also add that for business taxes, for anyone who paid estimated taxes, all individuals have to do is amend their 2020 tax return and make sure that they put the amount on page 1, line 4, and they could update the refund request by simply requesting the refund on line 10A of the business income and receipts tax return.
Right. So if you're a business that's trying to file a refund after you've amended your return, you don't have to do anything else. Like, you just amend the return and then the system sort of does the rest, right?
Yes.
Right. That's what I thought. Don't call us. We'll and so, but if you're applying, getting back to income or wage tax refunds, if you're applying for a low income wage tax refund, what is some of the documentation that you need to make sure that you have when you go to upload your forms online?
Okay, so you definitely want to have your Form W-2 with box 1 through 19 populated with actual figures. And then we also require the PA SP40 schedule. And as long as we have those 3 documents, that will help us be able to streamline and process the refunds effectively.
And usually, I mean, I know we're talking a lot about how much we're trying to simplify the process. What's the usual turnaround for people to get a refund once they've applied or once they've put in the petition?
Yes, so it's 6 to 8 weeks from when our unit actually date stamps the actual petition, which is normally the date it arrives at the city.
And so for folks watching at home, 6 to 8 weeks is our normal processing times. There's a lot of uncertainty about what the volume of refunds will look like this year. We want to set the right expectations ahead of time. We are adding more people to your staff, Malik, right? Like, you're getting, yes. we're beefing up that unit. We know we're going to get a ton more. Like, I don't know, more. It could be quadruple. It could be even more. Like, we have no idea what to expect. So what should taxpayers do if they're wondering about the status of their refund petition?
The taxpayer could always give us a call. They could always email us, and me or one of my staff members will definitely be delighted to assist the taxpayers.
I will also, so we'll put the information in the chat for this video, but just so I'll say it out loud, the refund unit's email address is refund.unit@phila.gov. You can also call 215-686-6574, 686-6575, or 686-6578. I will say, though, Like, don't put in your petition and then a week later, like, message us and ask where it's at. It's definitely going to be at least 6 to 8 weeks. So please be patient with us. I cannot stress enough what a crazy, unusual year that this is going to be for tax returns. And we are working, and Malik's staff is working as hard as they possibly can to make sure that we are able to process those refunds efficiently. Thank you so much, Malik, for talking to us today.
Thank you.
So before we let everybody go on the video, there's one other topic that I want to cover, and that is the Federal Earned Income Tax Credit, or EITC. So that's a program that is really important to us here at the Department of Revenue, even though it's a federal program. It's not one that we administer. But I just want to put a plug in. If you're a working family that earned less than $56,000 last year, $56,000 or less, there's a good chance that you qualify for this credit, and that could be money in your pocket. And you can even go back up to 3 years. So if you want to get more information, or have never heard of this, or don't know anything about it, or if you want to tell your neighbor about it, this is always a good one. YouEarnedItPhilly.com will help direct you in the right direction for more resources. And also myfreetaxes.com is another place that you can get online tax preparation help for free if you qualify for EITC. So I just want to make sure I got that plug in. That's about all we have time for this week. We'll be back in 2 weeks when we're talking about paperless and self-service options for your water bill. And thanks again, Malik. And we'll see everybody else next week or in 2 weeks. Thanks.